Let's say a customer gave us this drawing on paper. To begin, we need to identify the nets, components, and associated ports. To identify a net, trace the connections between components. For the sake of brevity, I've already traced the connections between the other components. I have translated this information into a table we can refer back to while designing the block. To do so, one would look at one component, such as CV2, and list every network it touches. In this case, it touches both the coral and magenta networks. As other videos already highlight the use of commands to insert and connect cavities, I'll discuss the theory of designing the block. As a designer, the first step in NetBlock 3D is to find and import the cavities, ports, and footprints from the diagram. In some cases, customers may have additional design requirements, such as face preference or specific coordinates for some cavities. In those cases, I've made sure P1 is appropriately dimensioned and will keep T1 on the right face. For demonstration purposes, I will delete and redo component T1. I like to add custom engravings to label the cavities for ease of identification. Once imported, we can use the Cavity Properties panel to assign nets to various ports. Once all cavities are imported and nets are assigned, the designer can go about the process of connecting like colors. Cavities can change face, and drill holes, construction ports, or expander plugs may be inserted to finish connections, as seen on this block. When working from the schematic, it is important to remember that it is a relational diagram, and unless otherwise specified, these changes are what can make the design work. All that moving around can get confusing, so using the design check throughout the process highlights any areas that need attention. To create this design, I used information from the table created earlier. We can also manually check the nets. For example, the yellow net, which includes components CV1, C2, and MP2. The coral net, which includes components SV1, T1, and CV2. The green net includes components CV1 and SV1.